So, today we're doing an any percent Hinome guide. Just starting from a new file. Japanese is the fastest language, or I think anything but English is the fastest language. English just has 2 extra text boxes for no reason. So, alright, you hit the button. That's pretty easy to hit. Then you're gonna head towards the right. If you use the analog, you will not get hit by those spikes. I got hit by the one by going so fast, but you just want to avoid those hits and get there, and then you'll come around, hopefully avoid being hits. You can damage boost across these spikes if they're out. They're not particularly, depending on how far along they are, it can save you like a second or so, but if you're concerned about your health, you don't need to. So this section right here, there are a ton of enemies. All of these enemies, except for that blue guy, are one hit with everything. Oh, like I said, Hinome's shield will one hit any enemy. Oh, in-game volume's a bit loud. Wait, let me turn that down. This game is louder than any other game I've ever played. Oh my gosh, I'm taking damage. So this, as you can see, there's like 1,000 enemies out here. But Hinome's shield will one-shot any enemy. So that's what the bait, like any enemy that doesn't take one hit to kill, you want to hit only with your shield. It's very rarely worth it to go after enemies with your dagger. It's just very slow when you have the shield, and the shield will go forward and come back. So like, if there's an enemy next to you, just run around it and you can get it. So this section, although there are a ton of enemies, you don't really need a lot from here. Because, so you'll go this way. Let's say let's do, oh, that was a horrible throw. Get 1 or 2 throws, 1 or 2 dagger tosses in. And then you grab this orb right here. And you just walk it along here. And you place it there. And so, you see you lose your combo there, like, the only way that you don't lose your combo there is if you throw your shield, grab the item, and your shield hits an enemy, and even then, it's a very tight window to hit. So, going for, just like trying to keep a good combo through there isn't always worth it. So you get to this point usually with around 100 SP and no combo. So now you're gonna head to the second shrine, and all you really want to do in this section is build up a little bit of a combo as fast as you can. Like, so this section enemies, they're usually going to be around right here when they spawn. So you set the orb down, 1 throw here, 1 throw there. Sometimes the enemies don't spawn over there. Oh, 1 throw there. You want to keep that combo. Hit this button. Oh yeah, you want to make sure you take out that grass with 1 throw. Just hit those 2. And then you get that shrine. And I don't have a great combo right now, but you'd want to get a good combo there. So that way you can continue it here. Just get a few of those. Oh man, I could have got more there. So get those, and then you grab that. So because I didn't have a great combo going in, I only got 98 there. What you want to do is after you grab that key, you want to have 150 as you grab that key. Like as far as combo goes, it really just depends on the spawn. Like, I will just usually take whatever. I'm not going to go out of my way to combo anything. because I'll just send my shield one direction, and that should take out whatever I need to. So at this point, if you don't have 150, then you'll just have to figure out how much, what combo you need. So if I need 52, 2 before, so this section right here, so after you get the key, yeah, so the big thing about combo routing is that there's going to be certain times where you have to lose your combo, usually based upon the items. So you're going to lose your combo when you get to this thing. And so if you have 150, you can just get there, 2 quick shield throws, you go boom, bang, and take out all. I try to take out all 5 of these and then all 4 of these, and those are pretty consistent and easy to get. But since I need some combo, excuse me, since I need some combo, I might throw it in one direction and go after the grass like with my dagger. Go after those guys. Those guys you can't hit with your dagger, you just want your shield. These guys are fine with your dagger. So you wouldn't really want to hit 10 there, even if 10 was the exact number I needed. But you go straight from here to here, and there's all these enemies along the way that if you need to route, if you need to combo them, you can. Plus you get those 2 right there. So if you can keep a combo and get those 2, you can be pretty loose with how much you get in those sections over there. So now I grab this orb. Yeah, you can grab it from right here is where you want to. You want to hit those 2? Yeah, it's pretty fast to hit those 2, and you can be a lot faster with your orb here without having to dodge those things. So if you got all of these guys, and as well as both of those, which aren't necessary. Gosh. I mean, one shield toss to get 2 enemies, as well as like, because you go through them as well as coming back with an item, so not having to worry about take damage when you're going towards it, and not having to worry about dodging it when you have your item, is worth 1 shield toss usually. You wouldn't want to do if you only hit 1 with a shield toss, it's not worth it to go after. Oh man, it's not worth it to go after the other one. What the heck? Alright, well, I gotta head back here. See, like they spawn right there, and that's just kind of a rough spot for them to be in. Like to try and you can squeeze it through, and you can go back that way, but that saves minimal time for how risky it is. Alright, let's not die here. Alright, so you get the second orb, and then this next section is definitely a very, very like fast section. You want to get through this section with 3 shield tosses, 3 shield tosses. So you go right here. These 4 are gonna spawn. You're gonna have to go through this. Oh wow! You can take all 8 of those out with 1. Then you just go around. Oh man, I died. Well. So normally you don't want to die, but apparently that's what we're doing here. So you just go back. The thing about this game is you can't, if you want to get to a certain part in the game, you have to beat the game up until that point. So also, if these guys right here are not spawned, you just run through that and they're not going to spawn in time. As long as you don't get like caught on anything and they spawn, you can run through that very easily. So yeah, don't worry about that spawn unless they're already out there, then you don't have to worry about them. So yeah, oh my gosh, why can't I head off? All right, all those, and yeah, you can take all, if you throw down this middle here, it's going to reach all of them and it's going to hit all of them. Same with here if you go through this middle section right there. So those two are good. The secret is right here. You can fill up your health and SP. It's not it's not worth it really with Hinome because just 2 shield tosses gets you a combo of 12, and you need, and there's another section of 5. So if you can avoid being hit from this section, gotta watch out for the spikes, watch out for these enemy spawns, and then you got these 4 or 5 right there. Hit those, and that's, I guess you need a shield toss to get through the grass, but that doesn't have to do with comboing. So then you get that shrine, and you're good to go. You just hit this button. You know, I'm just thinking of something. I wonder if it could be faster to go back the other way after the shrine and make it there. I don't know how slow this is. That might be worth timing. Probably not, but I don't know. So now you're in the boss fight. To go into an in-depth analysis of the boss is the switch about 4.5 seconds. You might be able to make it there. I don't know. So the boss is, oh my gosh, complex enough that it'd be worth its own video. Basically just stand in the right, but one thing you want to be doing is making sure you build up your combo. Also, waiting until the guy, until the red blob is there, I don't know what to call it, waiting till he's there in order to throw your shield is a very slow way of hitting him, because your daggers come out slower. So if your shield's already out and it's going to hit him on the way back, so that was not super fast, but basically that's the Hinome way to optimize that fight, is to make sure you hit him with your shield on its on its way back, or you don't want to wait to throw it, because that's it is kind of slow to throw the shield. Oh, you don't want to miss either. Yeah, you got to react to the shadow. The shadows are coming. But that is, if you want to get good at that boss fight, you'll have to look at the other in its own guide for that. So relics, head straight left. You can try to just avoid those enemies. They're not too difficult. Oh, they're not too difficult to avoid for the most part. Oh, my voice is a bit off. Oh. So for this section, you want to get this grass done in as few throws as possible. So that's 3 throws. You could do it in 2. So you're gonna have about 50 combo after you get this red orb. So you take this red orb this way. That spawn can be kind of tricky. He can spawn right there, and that can be kind of annoying. Those guys can kind of spawn and make the walk back to the portal a bit tricky. This spawn is never going to be an issue for putting that orb in. So you go back through the orb, and then you don't really need a whole lot of combo right here. So you're gonna need 100 before the next shrine. You can throw it at those guys. It doesn't really cost anything, but oh really? That spawn has gotten you? I've never been hit by that spawn, so anyways, these guys right here, unless you really feel like you need to combo right here, you can just go through them, or one shield throw to avoid having to worry about being hit is fine, especially if you're low on health like I am. I'm gonna grab some health so I don't die again during my guide. Also, all pots have hearts in them, or diamonds, whereas only some grass will. No spawn zones. Yeah, I'm talking about that for this. That's why I'm waiting right here. I know what I'm doing. So for this bridge right here, you're gonna want to stay straight to the left, because if you don't, that spawn happens. Or that spawn happens. Oh dang, I already took out some of this, but if you get right here, you can, with one throw, you can take out all of those. And okay, you don't need it. You usually you're going fast enough where you don't worry about that spawn. So just pretend I'm back at the 56 combo I was at. So anyways, this if you get in life here, you usually want to leave it, because you head back this way to get to the final boss. That's what I do, at least. Yeah, there's several. There's definitely more to be discovered with no spawn zones. So now we're coming up on the bridge skip in a little bit. So to set this up, where you want to go is, so you need to take out this grass right here. If you're, I'm avoiding the spawns because there's 3 of the blue guys that chase you that will spawn when you go towards the grass. And ideally, in a perfect world, you would you'd hit all 8 blades of grass you need to hit, and on the comeback have it hit all 3 blue guys. I get that. Like, it's not, I mean, if you miss it, it's not super bad. It's more important to get the grass than it is the enemies, because you'll be having to take out some enemies anyways. But if you can get it all in one, it's very fast. So you're here. Okay, see, they didn't come after me there, so I didn't get them on the rebound. But I got all the grass I needed. Oh man, having a heart out there is nice. It's always nice to have hearts. So you want to head straight to this button now to open up that shrine. So if you're at like 50-ish combo, which you might be if you're not comboing a lot, there are, I think, 8 enemies in this section right here. All of them only worth hitting with your shield. So that 8 combo will get you 36. So plus whatever you get from those 3. Now they respawned. Those will respawn if you head back that way, but if you're doing bridge skip, the respawn isn't really a factor, at least as far as I know. So if you were to get them in a combo of 8 and a combo in 6, as you see, you'll get like 42. So either the blue guys right before the bridge, like the bridge that comes up, or you could take some of the enemies that are out near the bottom, or just make sure you combo those guys alongside these, and you should be good for this shrine. So now bridge skip. We're coming up on one of the bigger, like really the only like glitch that you really see. Need to save and oh come on, let me get him. Oh, come on. Get him. Come here. Oh. Got him. Okay. So bridge skip works by the same way a few other cutscene skips that we'll see later. As soon as you activate the cutscene, you have a few frames to move. It only works with levers and kill room cutscenes, which kill rooms don't come until Labyrinth. So those are the only times that it works. There's not enough time with shrines or keys or the chest, but with the lever, you'll notice with other levers, you can open it and take a step back, which so that in that same time you can also pause, and then the cutscene will still trigger while the game is paused, and then while the cutscene starts, you unpause, and you still have your free movement. And what you don't have is the camera on you. The camera is still showing the cutscene, but you're just able to move during it. But the tricky part is, instead of the bridge being out for the amount of time like it normally would be after the cutscene, the game, I guess. Oh man, I could use some water. I'll explain in a sec. Yeah, so while you're able to move, the amount of time the bridge is out there, it's counting. So you have the same amount of time to get across the bridge, but you don't have the camera with you. Yeah. When it pops up normally, it's all there. It just, yeah. So the idea is, I mean, the other thing is you also, not only do you skip the beginning cutscene, you also skip the end cutscene of the bridge. The bridge does not, it does not have the long ending cutscene that it normally would. So the movement for, also, even if you use analog, this is something you want to use D-pad movement for, just because it's, it's just down to the right, up to the right, and then right again. So it's not something you need like precise angles for, and it's a bit faster. Diagonal speed with the with the D-pad is faster than moving straight with analog, or moving diagonal with analog. So even if you use analog for the rest of the run, which for Hinome is very good because there's so many angles you can get with the shield, you want to use D-pad movement. And yeah, it all comes down to timing. The timing's pretty tight, but it's not impossible to. You can still make a mistake and still make it through. You just can't make a big mistake. One of the mistakes I normally have would be going up too early and getting stuck here. If you get stuck here, you're pretty much screwed. And you might as well not even try to get to the bridge, because you're not going to make it all the way across. If you make it all the way across, like if you get on the bridge and it disappears, you lose more time because of how because the bridge will still take a second or two to put you outside of it. And also, if you get stuck here, you might as well head back towards the lever, because that again is faster. As far as backup strats for it go, but yeah, so I'll show it in action now. Yeah, those three enemies will spawn with Hinome. So the frog that spits out the bubbles, he can be a pretty annoying enemy in some of the other characters, but with Hinome, it's kind of worth it to go with the shield just to make sure you're safe. So starting as far away is fine. So press A and pause, then you unpause, and then you start moving. So there. And you see, I made it there with maybe a second or two to spare. It wasn't perfect. You can actually be ahead of the bridge, so you can be walking on parts of the bridge that aren't there. So yeah, so sometimes, so you want to head across this bridge next. Sometimes an enemy. Oh, I said A to pause. Yeah, it's plus to pause. Oh wait, where's that? Oh, you can use X or plus. Interesting. I didn't know you could use X. I don't think. Yeah, so you can use X. I use start. but you can use X. So that is a 7-8 second time save. Yeah, I actually did know. I learned something while making this. Yeah, so X, you can use X to pause. I probably knew that at some point, but I probably will continue using plus just because I'm used to it at this point. But X might be easier if you're just starting out. All right, see ya, Air Angel. Thanks for the races and for sticking with the stream for a bit. All right, so through this section, 49 combo seems about reasonable to get through this section with. So for the rest of this world, you need to get to 150 as soon as possible, and hopefully just in one combo. Are you gonna go to Repip? All right, you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by and for the tips. So to get across, to get through these sections, you'll have those spawn. Sometimes they'll spawn like in that section, but it's not usually a problem. And in this way, you'll for sure get a spawn that's a problem. So you probably just want to throw your shield, start to get a combo going. And then, so I'm gonna try and get my combo going up so I can just show you what I get. But there's a big spawn to the left, and there's a spawn of 3 of the blue guys on the bottom. Yeah, thanks for the good luck. So what you're gonna do is you head down this way, you get that spawn going, and then you have these 3 guys. You hit this thing twice to get the button going. Oh, I just lost that combo. You don't want to lose that combo. That's not, it'd be, because it's, I mean, having at least 3 extra to your combo can be a decently big deal. If you're getting to like 12 or 13, that can add like 30 or something to it. But as you can see, there are 8 enemies in this spawn. Ideally, you would take out 7, and if you have a decent combo going, that could get you to 150. If not, you can easily get it in the next section. So we're gonna press the button, which opens the portal, and the portal is gonna take us to the 3rd shrine. So you gotta get that. You want to get that combo going up if you can. So we'll see how much I can get it up here. Oof. Usually it lines up a bit better than there. That was kind of a bad spawn for having it line up. So we took out 7 there. We don't really want the respawn there. We don't really need a lot. So yeah, there's a ton of enemies here. 1 throw, right there. I got 6 hits, and 6 hits. So that got me pretty much all the way there I needed. So this way I can just run through that section now. Go through this section and then just hit those 2, and I'm at 50. So here you grab this chest, this key, and this is a key you don't want to drop because these portals are slow. So yeah, go through this way. Watch out for those guys in trouble. Ooh, so these guys are trying to give me a hard time here. So this is fine. This key right here. You just got to get it to that door, and you're basically the hard part's done of this level. But there is a spawn of those orange guys over there, and 1 red. So they can spawn directly in front of the door. If that's the case, you can try and risk it if you need to do it as fast as possible, or you can play it safe. Wait back and wait for them to move to a good position, or try to move around them if you're again trying to be a little faster. Sometimes they'll all spawn on the bottom. Sometimes you'll have 2 in front of the door and some others around there. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, so we got all on the bottom. So this spawn, super easy. You just put it in the key here, and then you're gonna want to grab the secret, which is to the right of this key right here. Grab it off the corner, and then you can immediately run around and get to the shrine. And that's the last shrine. You can just head back to to the portal now and just avoid enemies. If you take a hit, we have a heart waiting for us, so we're good. So yeah, so that secret will put you at full health. Make sure you stay to the left again because those spawns will return. So yeah, so you just want to get to there as fast as possible. This boss isn't too bad, isn't too hard. Just it's all about just kind of placement, making sure you don't get hit while still getting the fastest strats. So you want to head this way. The boss is going to head diagonally to the right first, and you just got to look for the head. It's going to be one of those. Throw the shield out and get there. So then you want to wait on this side. Just drag this guy around. Don't let him cover the portal. As soon as that guy stops, so if he hasn't stopped and you try to get across the portal, he'll beat you to the other side because that's what it is. He moves to the other side when you get to the portal. So you have to wait. You want to wait till he's stopped, and then you go through the portal, and then you hit him 3 times. So then you usually want to clear these guys out. Keep this guy going around side. So for this one, these 3 are going to move across. When that bottom one becomes even with the other 2, then you want to run up to the top and then throw the shield, and that'll usually hit it, and then just dagger for the final hit. So that's that boss. It's pretty simple. Just make sure that for the second and third phase that you're bringing the lead guy in good locations so you don't get hit. So now we have Labyrinth. Labyrinth is a tricky one. You want to make sure that you are attacking as little as possible, but also not taking too much damage. So this section right here, I'm just going to go through it quickly. So you got a lot of enemies spawning. You don't really need to take them out. You can get some health there if you need it. You got a door 50, which you're going to have from the secret. Just boom. So that right there was decent. I got hit twice, so I grabbed some health. But overall, it's just not worth it to waste time trying to combo there. And so it's just a lot faster to get to this kill room. So this is the first kill room of the game. It's, as the name suggests, kill all the enemies in it, and then you get through. So you are going to see a cutscene skip. As soon as you kill the last enemy, pause and unpause, and usually the game will stop for about a second or 2 and bring them down. But if you pause and unpause, just like for bridge skip, you can move during that cutscene. And so you save. I mean, it's a very simple, easy 2.5 time save, and you have about 5 or 6 throughout the run. So just an easy 7 or 8 seconds saved. But the kill room, this first one, it has a mage. So it is a 5-hit enemy with your dagger. So you want to go out with your shield. So for the fires, the green ones you can hit in 1 hit. The blue ones take multiple hits. I think 3. So you want to hit those with your shield. And the mages you definitely want to hit with your shield, but they will teleport. So if you miss, if your last enemy is the mage and you miss, it could take 2 to 3 seconds before you're able to get to where they reappear. You can see their shadow, so it's not hard to follow, but they are disappearing, like gone for like 1.5 seconds. So the earlier you take that out, the better. But they all also are consistent in their spawn. Unlike everything else, which is random spawns, they will always be in the middle in the same arrangement. So it's easy to know where it's going to be. Now, I don't think, I haven't been able to, you can throw your shield right before you hit the actual cutscene. It's like, oh man, that's a mage right there. It does that little diagonal attack too, which can be kind of annoying. The where it actually starts, you'll see in a sec. I don't know the exact spot, but you can throw your shield before it, and if you got it perfect, you could hit the mage, but you could also just hit a few of the fire guys, which is what I'm going to call them. So, all right, I'll do this kill room as fast as I can. Hopefully that will make it clear. Okay, I didn't get the shield throw off in time, so yeah, the mage disappears before I have a chance to throw it. So there we go. I avoided the cutscene. I got through that pretty cleanly. I got all the blue ones on the first shield throw, and then even though I missed the mage, I moved into a position where the shield hit it on the way back. So that's something you can watch for, but just you want to hit that mage right after it appears for the second time, because you should be able to hit all the enemies in that time, all the other ones. And so I didn't hit any with my dagger. You can hit the green guys with your dagger. And then you have these 3 healths in the top left, in the top right here. So you're not coming back this way, so just feel free to grab them. So here, we're going to need that chest. There's a spawn of 4 of the fire guys, 3 green and 1 blue. Most of the time, or maybe a small majority of the time, they all appear to the right. Sometimes they'll appear to the left like that. That's a pretty bad spawn. You want to take out that blue guy with your shield. You can take out that green guy. You probably want to. It's a bit safer. So you're going to be carrying this orb this way. There's a spawn of 3 red guys and the mage there. They can spawn right in front of the pedestal for the orb. So be careful for that and play it safe. So now we're getting this kill room. This one has 2 mages, and it has a stationary one-hit enemy that fires like projectiles. And also all the fire guys in it are purple and blue. So it's all about good shield throws to get through this. And if you throw your shield well to begin with, you can hit that mage before it disappears, before it like can teleport the first time. So we can do that. So yeah, I got one of the mages and the range guy, and I hit the other mage, and then yeah, let them all come there. So as you can see, the game is going over there. So yeah, if you pause during the cutscene here, I can now. Oh shoot, I don't know what I turned on and off. It's a game timer. So. So that's how you do that kill room, and that's going to be the last kill room you'll see. So now we're going to head this way. Don't worry about those guys. So this door right here leads to a key. You want to go ahead and unlock that because it's easier to unlock that than to combo route later. It's maybe half a second out of the way, but the amount of time it saves comboing, it's worth it. So if you have 200 combo and you don't want to combo at all later, you can also unlock the key. That loses a bit more time though. So unlock that, and then you head this way. These rocks right here. These rocks are one of those things that shields do not do extra damage to. Shields do just as much damage as your dagger, so it's 3 hits regardless of what you're throwing at. So you just need to hit that first one right there, because this isn't one of those things that you can just throw your shield in the right way and knock them all out. Then you hit this button. Yeah, so those guys will chase you. You can either eat the hit, throw it there, throw it beforehand, try to avoid them. If you hit them, like, it's tough. They usually group together, so it's tough to keep the spawn. I actually don't know if I've explained spawns like that. So groups of enemies are all together in one spawn, and if you kill all those enemies and then I guess go past a certain point and come back, the spawn will re-trigger. But if you leave at least one enemy from the spawn alive, the spawn will never re-trigger until the last enemy is like killed, and then you leave again. So that's very important in the next level. Um, it's still something to keep in mind here because you are going to be heading back through those fire guys like 4 different times, I think. They're really only an issue 2 more times. So sometimes it might be better to just keep them out there because you don't want to get screwed over by a bad spawn. Because when you take that key, you take it through this section. So usually I keep them alive. For that reason, I don't want to deal with um, them spawning somewhere and then chasing after me because those are the guys that chase after you. So not really something you want to deal with when you have an item which can cost you tons of time. So yeah, so then you head this way. You can eat hits, or you can try and dodge them. I usually just eat hits because we're about to get the secret. It's the first shrine. It takes a lot to set up that first shrine. But after that, you head back this way. Got hit in the last one. Don't get hit there. Grab the secret's right here. Grab it. It's an angry bird. And then you grab this. So yeah, so you have for sure 200 SP going through this section, and then you have key. So yeah, okay. So those guys spawned when I came back the other way. Yeah, and you can usually hug the wall to get there. Sometimes if you don't take out some of the green fire guys, they can be here and can kind of give you some trouble. But usually the red guys won't usually be riding this wall, but don't take that as a guarantee. This is the shortest line to get there, but getting hit loses a lot of time. It's probably the longest item carry in this level. So yeah, then you get the shrine. So now you're down to 50, and we're gonna need so yeah, we're gonna need about, let's see, we need 200, 100. We need 250 total left on this run, but we're also guaranteed to lose our combo before we get to spend any of it. So if you can get a combo up to 200 without losing too much time, it's absolutely worth it. But you can't keep your combo, so trying to get some huge combo that you can spend and then get that all back really quickly isn't going to happen. So 150. Let's see, how many enemies is that? There is in the resources on speedrun.com. I think there's wait, no, it's not under resources. Maybe it's guides. Where is it? Okay, well, I can't find it. Somewhere where it tells you the amount of enemy amount of SP you'd get for a certain combo. So if I come across that. Well, I guess not, but anyways, 150 is like a combo. I think it's over 20. Yeah. So you have a lot of chances. You have this section. You have the section of red guys we just passed to get here as well. So you're going to go to the right and then up to the left and up in between the chest with the key and shrine 1. So you have all those enemies that are already spawned that you can just take one or two, like one shield throw and maybe a few daggers through and get as many as you can. And then you'll have a few other sections when you can get some. So we'll go across those sections and see how many we get. So we get, let's take 2 here. So the red guys are 1 hit. So that's a bit slow to try to dodge there. The brown guys are 1 hit. So right now we got a 13 combo. So at this point, we need 4 more to get to 200. So at this point, it's not worth comboing a ton, but it is important to make sure we take advantage of a 13 combo that we have. But also, right in front of us, we have 4 pots which have the red diamond health in it, that have health in it. So it's good to unlock that because you are going to be coming back through here before the boss. So unlock it, but leave it. So you'll throw it there. Maybe you'll hit an enemy or 2 as well. There's also going to be some fires spawned across this bridge we're about to cross. So there are a lot of enemies about to be spawned as well, along with the enemies that you can take that are already spawned. So yeah, I already got enough, so I can just avoid that. So yeah, that spawn right there, I guess I avoided it. So yeah, so at this point, you're guaranteed to lose your combo once you get through this section. So you have to move all these around. This is the way you want to go if you're, for some reason, super low on health. Again, there's 4 health down there, but that's incredibly slow to go for. So yeah, so that's the fastest way to do that. You do not, coming down here first is just a bit slow. And then you hit the second button. So right now you have 200 combo, and then you can, so you get those 2 spawns, and then you get the shrine. So you need 50 more is all you need the rest of this the rest of this level. So you can take them out with a few throws. This way you have to go this way to get the grass. Press that button so that you can unlock this orb. So you don't want to get hit here. Oh my gosh, they didn't want to get hit either. So yeah, I just hit 9 of them and they're all right there. Didn't have to go for all of them. I'm at 95. We placed that orb there. So if you need to combo out more, there's actually a ton of enemies right by the shrine, and it is a bit slow to combo there, but it's faster than trying to combo anywhere else, because like comboing along the path, if like comboing along your route isn't good enough to get you enough SP, you can you just want to go there because there's a lot of enemies you can get. But if we're 5 away, we need 3 enemies. That's enough to go get along the way. So you have these guys, you have all those right there, and you guarantee these three right here are pretty easy to get. Oh man, I'm just hitting them to get out of the way. So there's that shrine. So you can hit that with 0 and you'll be fine. So you unlock this last bridge. I'm gonna grab these health right here because you really shouldn't have. Hopefully you don't get hit like that, like I did right there by those green fires. So now we have all 4 shrines unlocked, but we are very far from the goal. But the best way to get to the goal is to make a mad dash for it. And that's the importance of unlocking that health earlier, because trying to like take all the safe shield throws that you can, and trying to implement that here would be a lot, because there's about 6 or 7 sections where you could get hit, and if you get down to 1 health, that might be worth going for. But you want to play, if you want to go fast, you play risky, you just dodge them. Usually you haven't, unless you've died, you haven't left any of these, like you haven't fully, you've usually like hit 1 or 2 in each of these spawns, so they're usually pretty easy to avoid, or at least most of them. So if we have 3 health, we can probably make it. So we just mad dash, you go up, avoid those guys, avoid those guys, avoid that guy, that way. So yeah, we didn't even get once, but we have all 4 of these healths that we can grab. So if you have any amount of health, you can grab that there. So now we're into the boss. This boss is tricky. So it's very different with each character. So I'll do the best I can to get a good Hinome guide on this character. It's not too bad with Hinome, just because her shield can take out so many enemies at once, along with any health enemies. So it's going to be 3 phases, and each phase is going to be 3 turns. So wait for, there's 5 of the guys here. So this time, you just want to wait, play it slow, and those purple orbs will hit you. So for that section, once the orbs, okay, I need to pause to explain that. So I just did that all right there. The idea with that first one is, ideally, if we didn't have to deal with those purple orbs, you just wait for all 5 to spawn, and then hit them at once. But because of the way the purple orbs go, so after you can do that for the first set. But the second one, they start to come at you. So what you do is you want to stay moving in the same direction, because they like target where you are. So if you're slowly moving up the entire time, it's going to keep going behind you. But obviously, it's tough to slowly move up while you're attacking, because the shield throw leaves you stationary for a sec, along with the enemies are coming at you if you don't shield throw. So you have to balance that out and sometimes move around a bit more, as you saw there. And then the third one, the boss will come. So same idea though. You don't want to get hit, so you do the same thing, but you make sure that you throw. He comes right after on the 5th one. So that's when you want to be ready to throw your shield. And again, same with the first boss. If you throw your shield at the right time for that one, then you can hit him a bit faster. That only works for 1 phase here though, so it's not something to worry too much about. The second phase is always going to be the second diamond's always going to appear on the right. And so what's going to happen is they're going to open at the same time, and they're going to do the same thing with 5 enemies come out, but each of them. But the attack is different. There's no more of the pink orbs. Instead, they're going to connect by a line and move across the stage, down, up, then down, or down, then up, I believe, and then the third one, the boss appears. So what you got to do is you got to take them out, especially on the down one. You got to take them out before they start coming that direction. So the best way to do that is to hit all 5 from one, and then try to lunge with your dagger and hit all 5 on the other. If you do that, you're good. Usually there might be one that you miss with your dagger, and you can throw your shield at that and finish it off. So you do that twice, and then the third one, you probably want to keep your combo going, so you keep throwing at usually the middle one, and then whenever you see the boss, you go after him. So I'm going to do this whole phase right now. Oh yeah, or you can do that, where you throw your shield, it hits all of them, and then you get your shield back. Ooh. Bad to get, it's not good to get hit there, and you don't want to take, you shouldn't be getting hit on that section. Okay, so yeah, appeared there. So now we're into the third phase. So yeah, third one appears, and it's the same thing of the uh, the things are coming out at the same time on all three of them now. The fastest way to take care of this. Also, if you're slow, they will do the trace thing again where they hit you as well as the purple dots appearing. But you can avoid the purple dots by taking them all out fast enough. And the way to do that is with Hinome's special. I haven't really covered specials yet. If you hold down the attack button, you'll if you and you are above 50 SP, as you can see what by the little square, you can't really tell. It's supposed to be, I think, Hinome's shield to the right of like the health or SP bar. That right there means I have my special power like available to me. So what that means is you hold it down, and once the circle like closes around the body, you can release it. And Hinome's a is a really good. I think the best special. Her shield spins all the way around and covers like the entire seeable map and kills all enemies in the in her path. And so the kind of tricky thing about it though is if enemies spawn while the attack is going, it doesn't always work, or it doesn't always get them. So if you're too early, you'll leave a lot of them there. But if you're fast, or if you're patient, so this is one of those times where you don't want to be too fast. Then you take out all of them at once, and you don't have to deal with the purple dots. So you'll see the blue ring happen. That's from me holding it down. So I wait for all 5 to spawn for all of them and take them all out like that. So the downside of this is, so for the third phase though, I'm going to release it a bit early because it's going to hit the boss no matter what. But I also want to make sure I keep my combo going because I don't want to go into ruins with a low combo. So I do that to keep my combo going, and it still hits him. So 156 would prefer higher, but we'll take it. Oh, and also the special attack is you'll see a bit more. I'll explain more about the special attack for the final boss. That's really the only other time you need to use it. All right, here we are. Ruins. The run, just the hardest part of the run. There is a lot going on in this run, so you want to make sure that you don't forget anything. There's a lot of times where you're setting something up quite a bit in advance, so you want to make sure you know the route specifically. So we'll go over that a bit. As you can see, to the bottom left and bottom right of this section, there's a ton of health. So if you're ever low on health, coming into this level, you can take a second or two and grab all those. One shield throw can take out all 4, so you can just heal all the way up. So what you want to do is, I'll just explain as I do it. So head up this way. There's going to be one of those white guys that spawns here, and it's really tough to see. So you can try to wing it, or take the hit, or just throw your shield to be safe. So this, so ruins. In the speedrun is a prime example of keeping the spawns, avoiding respawns basically. So you'll see it in this first room right here with the broken down school bus, and you'll see it especially in this room we go right after this one to the left. That is the most important room to get your spawns right, or to avoid the respawn, because that room can be killer if you kill all of them or you don't clear it out enough. You'll see when we get there. There are some tough enemies in ruins too. Um, there is a guy that will shoot. They'll walk around for a bit and then shoot fire in eight directions. Um, so that is, but he's a one-hit enemy, so you can hit him with dagger. You can hit them with daggers, so those can be useful. The enemies that chase you, they're like pigs here, is what I think they are. The blue ones are one hit, green are three, red are five, and they are much faster than anything else that you've dealt with up to this point. Um, there are these swordsmen that will have a pretty big hip, like will throw out a pretty big move in one direction. Um, those they have a ton of health, so you want to only hit them with shields. And so that is so those are the main enemies to worry about. Yeah, the white guys are in every level, just different colors. So those are there's a lot of them. Don't don't worry, they're not too fearsome, but so yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so when you get to this room, so these pigs, you see them spawning here? There's four of them. They're all connected on the same spawn. So take out at most three of them. You don't go out of your way to take out them. You'll have multiple chances to go through this room without items before you, or well, you want to take them out in this section because you will be going through this section with an item soon. Later, you will need to hit that second orb. So I don't want to. I'll leave them there. So you want to take them out in this section. Even if all four in this section, you want to leave one alive because if they spawn, and you're not ready for it, they can trip you up big time. So yeah, so there's gonna be another white guy that spawns on this bridge. Just avoid it. It's pretty easy to avoid. So yeah, that's the spawn. Four white guys, one fire guy, one fire person. I don't know what to call it. Two green pigs and one blue pig. So the two green pigs you need to make sure you take out with your shield. The blue pig and the fire guy and any excess white guys you can take out with your dagger as well. So those, so you want to be smart about where you throw your shield, but make sure you do not take out all of them, or else you'll be having to deal with this many times. So we'll take out the guy. Oh my gosh, I cannot hit that green guy. All right, so yeah, we got them there. As you can see, I hit the green pig with a dagger, mostly in self-defense. Ended up killing him with a shield. So I left. You can obviously leaving one is ideal. Having two here isn't bad though, because it is a big space. You just don't want to deal with those bad enemies. And at this point, it would probably not be worth the time to throw my shield. So you're gonna head through this way. There's gonna be another spawn here. That spawn, if you're unlucky, can be right here and can hurt you. So then you get these spikes. I think it's the first. No, we've seen spikes on level 1. Haven't seen too many of them actually. But you can try to wait them out and dash through, or you can try to dash between them. So the reason you're headed this way, so yeah, you want to take out those guys, is you want to clear out this grass. The more you clear out, the easier later gets. So having health here is nice too. So yeah, there's also a spawn of 2 greens. If you can take out just one, that's really nice. If you're going for a really fast run, you probably don't want to deal with it twice, or you might not be able to quickly take out one. But that taking out one of the green, it's really tough to only take out one of the blue. So there's the blue spawn and the green spawn basically for this section. So yeah, it's really important to know your spawns for ruins, because there's a lot of going back to places you've been before. So yeah, so if you have if you unlock a health and you need it, it's good to grab one right there, as well as right here. We can also save one for later, so grab that. We'll just walk through there. We don't want dash. So then you want to make sure you hit this lever right here, and that opens up the first orb from this chest over here. So over here, there's a lot of white guys. Yeah, those white guys spawn there. You gotta hit this button. That is for later. So that's another one of those things where it's not the immediate goal of hitting, like, you're not immediately headed to that portal, but you want to make sure you hit that button when you do. So here you get annoying spawn there. So take out one or two of them if you can, because you don't want to deal with all of them with items. You definitely don't want to take out all of them though, because dealing with a new spawn of them is even worse. Sorry about that. But normally they aren't too bad if you make sure you take that if you take the top path there. If they are like near the top, that's probably the best time to try and take them out. So yeah, you get a spawn there. And those two guys are still just chilling. So yeah, you come here, and this is another example of in this room, so you don't want to deal with all of them. You can take out that fire guy, he's kind of annoying, and we can take out that other pig. So we have to be very careful not to take out that last one though. So now we head back this way. It's very easy to forget to come back here, but you head back here and change the lever. So remember that grass and that button that we pressed, that's only now coming into effect. So now we head to the portal. Grab the key, and this is the longest item carry in the game. Yeah, you don't really need to deal with killing any of these enemies beforehand. They're pretty easy to avoid as long as they're spawned. You've taken out everything that's over here. You've taken out everything that's over here. So that now you can see, if you don't take care of your spawns in these two rooms, this key carry can become incredibly difficult. You come this way, walk through the spikes. So now we get the two blues, only one green, which is nice. Okay, so this spawn right here, I've never seen it. So there's like 3 enemies, the sword guys and a fire guy. So they all have range attacks. So you definitely want to be as quick as possible, because it's very difficult to avoid all those range attacks with the item carrying speed that you have. So you want to hit the door as quickly as possible. And you have to be ready for a spawn directly in front of one of the 2 spots in front of the door. Be ready for that, because it's very likely to happen. It's going to happen enough times to be very cautious for, but you don't need to play it slow. You still want to play it fast. So you just have to go to the right side, because if you go straight to it, you'll hit the door before they can throw out any attacks or before they can even move. So if you get to the door, if you beeline it to the door, as long as you don't walk through them, you will be fine. So we'll do that here. Okay, they didn't get in front of the door there, just kind of a bit to the left, but as you see, like, I got to there in plenty of time. So I actually do not have enough SP. If you manage to start Ruins with 200, you are completely good. We did not. We started with, I think, 156. But as you can see, we had the treasure chest for the orb and for the key. And now we have this shrine. After you get to this shrine, having 0 at this shrine means you combo routed well. Because, as you can see, combo doesn't become an issue for really the rest of this run for the most part. So we'll have to do a little bit here. We take out 2 of these, and before every shrine, there's always going to be 4 of these white guys. So if you're a little short, you can rely on that. So we've hit the first. The first shrine takes a while. So now we've taken care of the 2 of the big items, as well as that key is really just the hardest thing to deal with. So as you can see, we had to deal with the button, which was over by the orb, as well as clearing out the grass, making sure the gates were aligned. So knowing your route and knowing your spawns for up till this first shrine is incredibly important. Something you want to make sure you know. So now you head back this way. Don't need to worry about these guys. You can grab this health. You can. Oh, that was don't take. You don't need to worry about this. So you head this way. Don't kill that guy. You can try to get some health in these. Oh, yeah, we got some health. Don't worry about that shrine. Okay. Oof. Okay, I might have messed up my timing here, but this kill room has a lot of pigs. 2 red ones in the middle, as well as 2 green ones, but the rest are blue. So what you're going to do is you want to hit the red ones, run through them, hopefully get them all on your tail, and take out as many as you can with another shield throw. So let's try that. Oh, we did not get there in time. But as you can see, they come towards you, so a few quick shield throws takes care of it. Yeah, so then we get this spawn on the bridge. It's not too bad of a spawn. So you can take them out if you want. If you could take out just one, that's probably fine. Again, we got some important spawns to deal with here. We're gonna have a spawn of 1 green and 3 blue pigs, as well as 3 of the white guys and the fire guy. You want to make sure you take out the fire guy, but not the other 3 white guys. You can take out 2, you can take out 1, or you can take out 0, but don't take out all 3. And the pigs, just kind of up to preference. It doesn't. See, they're over here, but that guy's right there. Oh my gosh, I did what I said not to. I'm just too good at killing them. So then you want to hit this right here, and then you're gonna head back through this kill room, and it's gonna be this. We're gonna do it the same way. So this is the way you should do it. So yeah, I missed the cutscene skip there, but that's. It's not really that's honestly not the fastest way to do it. You don't need. I mean, I did a dagger throw on accident or dagger lunge on accident. If you could get it on just 2. Oh yeah, so this is part of that gate right there. So if you forget to do that gate, you go down there, you come back up, and then you'd have to go back down again. So yeah, if you can get that kill room with 2 shield throws, it's very, very fast. And as you can see, we haven't spent any SP, and we're easily at 200, despite taking several hits and not going incredibly fast here. So that is why combo routing, you just need that first 200 to get through number 1 shrine fine. So now we're gonna head up to shrine 2. You want to head this way. Obviously, you want to dash, but there's a spawn of 2 green pigs right here. If you are not hugging the left, they will come. And then you're going to get a spawner here of 1 of the sword guys and 3 of the white guys. So again, if you could take out the sword guy and not all of the white guys, then you're in a good position. If not, just throw straight ahead of you and run forward. Alright, so that was basically perfect. We had a good spawn there, and we took them out how we wanted. So this way. So yeah, so these 4 white guys are going to be by all of these shrines, and a lot of the times they spawn right in front of you. So you can hope for the best, you can try and react to it, or you can just throw and move forward. So now we're at 100 SP after the shrine. We head back the other way. Now we can just go through this way. Don't have to worry about this spawn, and we can come through this way, because if you don't, then that's the spawn that comes after you. So this way you're coming from different angles, so you just want to avoid being hit. Oh, you want to throw. Make sure you hit the green and red with your throws, and then you can dagger lunge for the other ones. So this one might be worth it. Take them out. There we go. So now we take out that guy again. Unlock this, and now we're gonna get to my favorite item carry of the game. This orb right here. So you're gonna have to hit this button to unlock this bridge, and while it may not look good, or may not look like it should work, there should be a spawn of 3 pigs. If you head diagonally towards the button, just straight there and go straight out. I have gotten hit doing this once, and I've done hundreds of runs. So I probably haven't had hundreds get to ruins, but I've only been hit once, and that's because I messed it up. So if you do this right, you will not get hit. So just head down here, they converge on you, but they're headed to the right. So if you head up, they didn't make it. So you deal with a little bit of these whites, guys. If okay, that's annoying that he already locked onto me. But if you can clear out that grass earlier in the run, if you spend a few times through there, when you're cutting across this section coming from Shrine 1, that would be the best time to take it out. It can be kind of a hassle though to take it out while dealing with not killing all the pigs. But if you want to be able to take this orb around to the right side, then that could be helpful. Or if you accidentally kill all of them, it might be worth it to have two options of which way to go, depending on your pig spawn. So we'll avoid that guy. Put it here. That's also why you want to take out that fire guy, but not the other white guys surrounding it, because he can be quite annoying alongside the pigs with this. So once you get that orb though, you're in pretty good shape. So 150, I believe is, yeah, all you need is 150, which you should have from the kill rooms. So you really don't need to worry about SP once again. So I'm gonna head this way, hit this button. That guy will spawn near the button. So it's usually worth it to throw your shield there, just to avoid taking a hit, because it's consistent. It's very likely you'll get hit, or you can try to react to it. So it's tough to react to it if he's in the middle, but it's easy to. It's like, I guess there's a 1/3 chance. I'm not sure exactly how the chances work, but he's gonna spawn near there. So there's going to be a lot of enemies towards the third shrine. You're going to have a door and then the shrine. These enemies aren't worth killing. Just try to avoid them if you can. So we'll take the pigs. We just power through here. Avoid those. And then, yeah. So. So there's also some health to the right you see there. We're going to grab that here. You don't normally need it, but we're at 1 health right now. So if you are low in health, there is easy health to grab. Alright, I'm going to grab the health. Take the damage boost. Alright, so now you're going to head back this way to the portal that you opened with that button. And this is going to be, yeah. So you hit that lever, you can turn around if you're fast with it. Just got to make it through there. If you have like around 50 SP, it might be worth using your special for this upcoming kill room. If not, just take care of it normally. If you make it through here, this stays open the whole time. If you don't, it's closed and you have to redo it, but it's pretty easy to make through there, even if you get stuck a little bit and take a damage or something. Right now we have a pretty difficult kill room. There's a lot of, they appear to the top right. I think 2 fire, 3 sword guys, and 3 red and 3 blue pigs. So you want to throw your shield in there, hopefully take out all the range guys, run away from the red pigs, go dagger the blue pigs. So as you can see, sometimes having a special would be nice here, but yeah. So after you kill this, you're going to grab the secret. You'll see where it is in here. If you time your cutscene skip right, or if you get your cutscene skip and then immediately grab the secret, you can move while the secret goes, like, heals you, which saves a little bit of time. So, all right, let's do this. So I took out most of the range guys. So I'm playing a little safe here because I have 1 health. I still died. Whoops. Alright, well, we will just take some hits here. So yeah, this spawn right there isn't too bad. If you happen to die or kill all of them at this point, it's not too bad, but don't die. So I'll show you how this kill room goes if you have a special. This is a fully powered special, so it's going to be a bit longer than if I just had only 50. So I had the cutscene skip there, but obviously, so there's the secret. So you can just kind of want to tank that hit. Waiting for the spikes isn't worth it. So the less SP that Hinome has, the less range her. So I'm gonna wait for it this time. The less SP, the less range her special has. So for this time, if you only have 50 and you want to hit your special, you have to be as close to the enemies as possible. So one of them got away, but then you finish off with a quick shield thing. So now we're into the final boss. And it is a very... This is basically 2 bosses in one. You have this first phase, which has like 3 phases of its own. And each time you have to hit it 3 times. They really like the theme of 3 for the most part in this one. For their boss fights, at least. So, I'll try to cover each phase as it happens. There's not too much to deal with other than having well-angled shield throws is very important for this first one. And yeah, there's a lot of health available, so you shouldn't have to worry about health. So, alright. You come through here. A few cutscenes, so mash A and Y. So you're going to want to stand right here. Oh, don't want to get it. And then wait for it to throw out its weak spot there. Yeah. So if you stand right here, you will not get hit. So aim right there, and eventually you'll hit it 3 times. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these things out here. So this one, these things will chase you. Also, these will come. So this will be random spots. Oh, I missed. That's a bad miss. So that's why good shield throws. So yeah, then this one will be coming after you. How did I miss that? And then that one's just Rose. Usually you want to take it out by like have it already taken out at this point, because then it just repeats. So you hit it 3 times. You can just wait right here. Oh, you want to time that right. It just goes in circles. For like Yamato, you have to switch sides, but for Hinome, you just have to throw at the right time. So I think it's right after the red disappears, maybe. I really haven't labbed it. Well, that was not a great fight, especially that 3rd phase and the 2nd phase, I guess. But we did it. So I'm just gonna do this first phase, and then I'll explain how this boss works. So that was the first phase. First phase, you're basically guaranteed to go into the boss fight with. I really don't know how you wouldn't have at least 50 going into the boss fight. The less you have, the better. If you were to go into the 4th boss fight with like 200 SP, there is a way you could use your special to like take out one of the boss's hits, and that would save time. But that's kind of specific and risky, because if you miss, it costs a lot of time, and you're not normally in that situation. So what you normally want to do is not really combo much in there. But you want to, so there are two options of beating this boss the fast way. So the way you beat this boss is there's like 5 or 6 different phases. Each time, the weak spot will be gone. You'll have to avoid it while comboing these black guys right here. I don't like saying comboing these guys right here and just so building up your combo. You want to get to, so there's 2 ways to do it fast. One is to get as close to 50 as you can every time, and so that way each time it's very very slow, or like it's very the move is over very quickly, so it's very fast. I don't know what this is. The other option is much riskier, and actually in this 22:51 world record right now, I messed this up and it lost me like 20 seconds or something. Is you combo a bit higher than 50, usually for safe measure, but you start before the low battery. Let me do that. You start before the weak spot reappears. Where is my charger for this? There we go. So, if you do that, then if you did it perfectly, you could unlock the boss and immediately be able to attack out of it. Because unlike Yamato, whose special will hit the boss and then, or it will destroy like the crystal shield around it or whatever, and then it will also hit the boss. Hinome's will only get rid of that shield. So if you have a fully powered special coming, you lose at least 3 seconds probably each time. Maybe not that much each time, but you lose several seconds every time you do it. And so that adds up to 10 to 15 seconds per run. So that's the easy way to get rid of it. If you did it the fastest way possible, you could save another 1 or 2 seconds per time, depending on how well you did it. So optimizing Hinome's special is the key to this boss fight, because it can save, if you do it right, even if you were comboing perfectly, but you were comboing too much and releasing too late, then you could lose 20 to 30 seconds if you're not careful. Maybe not that much, but probably pretty close to 20 seconds. Just based off of well-timed and well-comboed, like well-numbered combos. So for this one, I'll just show you getting a low combo. I think it's 10 gets you 55, so that's usually the fastest way to go. The attacks are pretty easy to avoid. The one tricky one is I think the 3rd phase, where you have the kind of reminds you of the second boss of the like trailing circles that you can't really walk through. But that's not too bad with Hinome, because Hinome's shield will get through that. But anyways, I'll just go through the rest of this boss fight because it's pretty simple beyond optimizing your specials. So you can unlock this health right here. You could even take a hit here and then combo 3. Oh. Well, I was a bit late with that, but it's much faster than any other type of combo you could with that. So oh, this is the second phase. So yeah, with Hinome you can usually be fine. So if you want to get exactly 50, you can take damage. It's not usually worth it. The difference between 50 and 55 is not the difference between 50 and 150, so don't worry about that too much. Just don't be going. Just as soon as you hit 50, stop unlocking damage. So yeah, 56 here is fine. So you want to still want to combo very quickly though, because I kept my combo going. Interesting. This was very rare, I feel like. So this is the last phase. It's a lot of different attacks in one. It's still pretty easy. This one right here is the only. You just stand in that corner and you won't get hit. They're all super easy to avoid. And then, there it is. So you spam through some more text. So time ends when you unlock this last shrine, or when you press A on this last shrine. So you just walk straight up and boom. There you have it.